This right here, if you look at this logo, it looked like an Eiffel Tower, yes, because it represents my background and everything, Haitian and French. But if you look even closer, it's the HJ. So if you could see, there's a H and there's a J, so that represents hype jeans. Hi, my name is Gene. Maxine-Rateau, you call me Gene for short. I am a fashion designer, entrepreneur. I'm also from Brooklyn. I am Haitian American. I am Situation Millennial of the month of April. Growing up in Brooklyn, I was always into the arts. I used to draw on paper, draw on so many things. My mom used to just look at me crazy. I never knew growing up that my arts could be used towards fashion. My mom used to sit there and like, you gotta use your art, your arts for something. Go into architecture or something like that, because fine arts, it's hard to break into that industry. So once I got to understanding that you could draw clothes and get into that, or automatically I just dived into it. Being at the after school program at Boys and Girls Club, every year that they used to do fashion shows. So I finally got the opportunity from going to art, going into the fashion show. I designed a couple of things and I was featured into the fashion show, and that was like I would say, getting my feet wet. First started off with hoodies and shirts, and then I gradually got into hats. Then from hats, got into sunglasses. More and more I started building. More and more I kept on going, and more people got interested in my brand. Like, hype jeans, or that's dope. I like the name. Like, oh, okay. What else do you have? And then they realized, like, oh, okay, like he's really about his fashion. He really designs. Fast forward into going into 18, got my first office. How I got my first office was meeting a guy named Mackenzie-Okoro, who owns his own magazine company, which is called Hot 24/7. It talked about, music, fashion, arts, entertainment. And he showed me the ropes as far as the foundation to start your brand, which was incorporating your name, trademarking it, having your own website, and then keeping it consistent of coming out with new things. And along the way, I met a mentor, Willie Esco, who molded me into like how this game really works. Because although like 18 had my office, had this going on, I felt like I hit a ceiling. And when I hit the ceiling, like I felt like there's more to this, because like I'm inexperienced, so I have to learn, through somebody else. I got the opportunity through Mackenzie of interning for different brands. At the time, you had the Gina Green Globals, you got the Rocawears, the members only, the Sean John, the Rocawears, like, I didn't intern at Sean John, but all the rest of them I did. And, that's how I got, into this whole fashion game. Got to meet certain people, got to hear like stories of how they started, the top success of their life, and and what happened after that.
I'm doing good. Okay. They be hating, but that's okay. My bitch bad, yours okay.
because I was always in their reggae parties and all that stuff. And and I remember my friends like, yeah, this dude right here, he's always the hype one right here and all that stuff. So that word always stuck with me, because when it's time to party or have a good time, I'm like the first one in line. Gene, the reason why it's a S, it's me, but the S, it's like plural of the things that I make. Understand? So that's where Hype Jeans came about. Hype Jean is a mix of French, which is the European cut, Haitian, which is me as a background of being Haitian, plus the stigma of what people think of when they hear, oh, I'm Haitian, because what's known or have been seen is like they wear bright colors. But I am, let's say, refining that by putting it into an urban, fresh, style. This right here, this jacket, comes in like 3 colorways. I was listening to 21 Savage when I was doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hands in my bank account. You know what I mean? So I could actually see him wearing this jacket and rocking in the music videos and all that stuff. But I could also see regular individual going to a club or just hanging out on the streets and just want to look fresh and all that other stuff, and he feels like he got $1 million in his account. So that's how I come up with my designs.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
When I started, you have to go out and really live, breathe, and really do it. Understand? Now it's just a click away by, creating an Instagram, Facebook, and you could sell a few shirts and get you start touching and reaching people that you couldn't do before. That's a good thing. I would say the bad thing is it becomes sort of saturated. Not sort of, but it just becomes saturated because now the people that know the history of fashion and all that other stuff gets mixed with the, I don't want to say wannabe fashion designers, but the temporarily yeah, I'm gonna make a few sales and t-shirts here and yeah, I'm a brand and all that stuff, but next year you don't hear nothing about them. It makes it harder for the real core designers to showcase their stuff, and where they put several hours and techniques into it, and the younger generation won't get that because they feel like, oh, this is what's popping right now, but the person that actually put so much thought behind it, it would just go over their heads. I work closely with Fubu, Kuji, Willie Esco, Heatherette, Rocawear. So what makes me a little more separate from the rest is I know a little deeper than the other fashion designer. I'm a little bit more seasoned and experienced than others. Because I started real young, 18 years old, like I said, 18, had an office, started selling online and physically to people since young, did all the fashion shows, magazines and all that stuff. Now that I'm much older, I'm not so much of in a hurry. That was my major problem when I was young. I was so much in a hurry. I was cutting corners. But once I got mentored by Willie Esco, he told me you know, just focus on your brand, take it easy, because along the way, the wave, rather you trying to catch the wave will come to you. The new fall collection that will be coming out with will be men and women. As for men, it'll be sweaters, jackets, t-shirts, and the hats. This also, as you see the script, this will also be like, you know, in a scully form, probably also with some weaved in prints. I'm talking to the manufacturers about that. Sneakers. I showed a few people the sneakers I'm coming out with. So I'm excited about that. Women, you can expect sweatsuit vibe of how Juicy Couture was with the sweatsuit for ladies. I'll be coming out with jackets, pants, and jeans for ladies, and a couple of cute tops. Thank you for having this interview with me, and please follow me on Facebook at Hype Gene Company, at Hype Jeans at Instagram and Twitter, and if you would like to shop, I guarantee you whatever you're into, I got hats, t-shirts, coats, whatever at hypejeans.com.